How to run profitable story ad campaigns on Instagram. Hi guys, it's Sam Day here from daytips.com, helping serious entrepreneurs like you to boost sales to your products and services online using simple but super effective online marketing tips and tricks. If you are a serious entrepreneur, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and click that bell notification button as well, so you never miss a tip that could help you to boost your online earnings. Now, in today's video, I'm speaking about how you can actually show up on Instagram stories with your ad. Now, as you probably know, Instagram stories is super popular at the moment. It's a feature that Instagram have added whereby you can actually update your feed on Instagram by using the story feature, and that story kind of disappears within 24 hours. But you as an advertiser can promote and have your marketing message there and get a lot of eyeballs back to your website. Now, I'm going to be doing future videos on why Instagram stories is a really great place for you to be advertising. I also done an interview with Adam Earhart on this channel all about Instagram marketing, so make sure you go and check that video out in the description down below as well. But in this video, I'm going to be kind of giving you a tutorial on how to set up a story ad campaign on Instagram and some of the things that you really want to keep in mind. So first things first, obviously you're going to want to actually have a video to put on your Instagram story ad. Now, your video should be vertical because the story ads are vertical videos and you don't want a horizontal video because that's not going to basically be the right dimensions. So you want to create a vertical video. You can do so by literally holding your phone up. So for example, you can grab your phone and hold it up, and as long as you're kind of like recording like this, then you'll be able to kind of record a video that you can actually put on Instagram. Now, I use my Canon, the camera I'm using to record this video, to record a vertical video. I kind of like just slant it to the side on its camera stand, but you can use your mobile phone as well, as long as you have really good lighting and it looks good and you're getting your message across, then that is the main thing. But I want to give you an example of a video that I've created, and as you can see, this is a vertical video here, and I'm going to play this.
If you would like your business to dominate Google and win more search engine traffic, then swipe up and register for my free webinar. I'm giving away all of the secrets.
So as you can see, I also have text playing, and the reason why I have text playing is because unless someone actually has the volume playing on their Instagram whilst they're watching their Instagram stories, then they might not actually hear what I'm saying. So that's the reason why I've chosen to add text to mine, and you can add kind of different effects to yours using an app called InShot. Now, I do have a video on InShot, giving a tutorial on it, and I'll leave that video in the description down below. But I used vertical video obviously for InShot for this particular video. And when you do upload vertical video into InShot, you want to make sure that you go into the canvas settings and choose no frame. That will kind of give you the dimensions that you need for your Instagram story ads. So getting into actually creating your Instagram ads, you're going to need a Facebook account. Now, I know what you might be thinking, like, what has Facebook got to do with Instagram? Well, Facebook actually own Instagram, so you can manage your advertisement campaigns within the Facebook Ads Manager. If you just use it through Instagram, then you have the promote button option. But as you will know, if you've watched my interview with Adam Earhart, I don't recommend that you run your campaigns by literally clicking the promote button on Instagram. You actually want to go and create a Facebook Ads Manager account and do all of your advertisement on Instagram through the Facebook Ads Manager. And I'll leave a link in the description down below as well, where you can set up your Facebook Ads Manager account. But actually, I'm on business.facebook.com at the moment, and this is kind of where you can manage and create all of your accounts. Again, I'll leave a link to this URL in the description down below, so make sure you go and check that out. But when you are in your business manager, you can actually go where it says Ads Manager and click on Ads Manager, and it will take you inside here where you want to go and create an ad account. Now, it's going to ask you for your information, and you can enter all of that in and go through the process of creating your ad account. So once you've gone through the process of creating your ad account, you can actually go to where it says create, and click create, and this will allow you to kind of create a new ad campaign, and it will take you to this dashboard. Now, you want to make sure that you're in this dashboard and you're not kind of using the quick editor. They have like a quick editor as well where you can edit and create your ads. You don't want to use that. You want to make sure you're using this one. This gives you more settings and kind of allows you to kind of like really have more control over your ad campaign. So it's going to ask you to first choose your objective. So really think about what objective you want. If you want more traffic to a specific landing page, then click traffic. If you want more engagement, which I don't necessarily recommend, then you can click that. That kind of just gets you more likes or follows or shares. You can also do app installs. You can also do store traffic. So whatever it is you're going for, then you should kind of select that one. Now I'm going to click traffic, and it will ask me to name my campaign. So I'm going to call this one test YouTube. And it's asking me to create a split test. So basically what a split test is you can kind of create two ads at once. Now I know you might be thinking like, why do I need to create two ads at once? Well, you can create two ads that are more or less identical and have something slightly different about that one ad. And what that means is if you run both of those ads together, then eventually you'll figure out what ad performs better than the other one. So I'm going to be kind of getting into that more, but I highly recommend, I super recommend that you add a split test so you can kind of see what variants perform better for you on Instagram, in your Instagram story ads, and you can kind of like perfect your Instagram ads and kind of like, add different things here and there and really kind of refine it to make it more profitable. So I'm going to click on split test, and it's asking what variable you would like to test. So creative is basically your advert itself. So I showed you my video. So if I wanted to test different videos, maybe a video against an image, because you can also do images as well in Instagram stories. Video tends to be more engaging, but if you wanted to test a video against an image, then you can do that. If you wanted to test two different videos, maybe one was longer, maybe one was shorter, and you wanted to see which one performed better, then you can create two different creatives and select the creative split test, and Facebook will allow you to create that kind of test. You can do delivery optimization as well. You can also do audience. So audience is kind of basically if you have different audiences that you think that your product or your service or your ad might appeal to, maybe men, maybe women, maybe different interests, maybe different demographics, then you can kind of test those audiences. Also placement is a really cool one as well. So at the moment, we're only focused on Instagram story ads, so you don't need to worry about placement. But if you wanted to show up in multiple different places, maybe you wanted your ad to show up on Facebook as well as on Instagram, and maybe you wanted to show up in the feed as well as in the stories, then you can kind of test different placement ads and see which one is kind of working best for you. So I'm going to go with audience, and I'm going to continue. So the first option asks me to choose where you want to drive traffic. And obviously I want to drive traffic to a website, but if you had an app, then you can do app. If you wanted to drive people to Messenger or WhatsApp, then you can do that as well. It says drive more conversions by creating an offer that people can save and receive later. That's something that you might want to test later on down the line. The variable as well is here. So as we've mentioned, you can kind of click audience, and it kind of gives you a summary of what all of those are as well. You can come down here and create your audience variable. So this is creating your split test. Again, your kind of advert will go out. Say if you set a £5 budget per day for your Instagram ad, then it will split that £5 into £2.50 on variable ad set A and £2.50 onto variable ad set B. So it will send an even amount of impressions to that particular ad, and you'll be able to see which one basically is performing better. So you can actually create or choose a saved audience. So if I click on create new audience, then I can actually create my audience here. So these are the people that Facebook will serve my ad to. So I can have a custom audience. Now, I'm going to briefly touch on this because it's really important. Now, you can kind of create custom audiences if you've got an email list. I speak so much on this channel about email marketing. If you've got an email list, you can actually upload your email list to Facebook here in the custom audiences section. But you can upload that list to Facebook, and market to people who are on that email list as well. And you can create lookalike audiences as well. And I'll probably be doing videos on how to do all of that kind of stuff. Let me know if you want those kind of videos. Leave them in a comment down below, and I'll prioritize those videos based on the amount of engagement and comments I get about it. But essentially, another really cool thing you can do is create an audience around people who have visited a certain page on your website. Now, why is this important? Well, you might, for example, have a product page and you might have a checkout page. So maybe people click on your ad and they go to your product page, and maybe they add something to their cart, but they don't actually check out. So you can actually create an audience within Facebook for people who added something to your cart, or people who went to the checkout, to the add to cart page, but didn't go to the checkout page. So what you can do is do a retargeting campaign. Maybe say 100 people went to your add to cart page, but didn't actually buy. You can do a retargeting campaign on Facebook. And when it says create a new audience, maybe this whole campaign you're doing is only targeting people who just haven't made the purchase yet. So you can kind of send them specific creatives and say, hey, I saw that you visited my website and you was interested in my product, but you didn't buy. So, here's another opportunity. Here's 10% off. So here's where things can get kind of really profitable for you with regards to your Instagram ads. So if you don't have any custom audiences yet, then that's absolutely fine. You can pick your location where you want your ad to be shown. So for example, it might be United Kingdom. Your audience also might be between the ages of 18 and 65. You can kind of like narrow this down as well. If you know that your audience is not 65 plus and maybe your audience stops at 40, then you can stop it at 40. You can choose to target men or women. So if your product or service is only for women, then you can select women. If it's only for men, you can select men. You can also select your languages as well. I'm English, so I'm going to put English, and I'm targeting the UK, so I'm going to put UK. And then you can kind of include your detailed targeting. So this is what you can include demographics here. You can include interests or behaviors. So I'm going to put, maybe I want to target people who are interested in basketball. I'm going to put basketball. And I can actually start targeting people interested in basketball. So if I kind of hover over this, it shows me that this amount of people are interested in sports and outdoor sports, and specifically basketball. So I can kind of click on that and add that to my detailed targeting. And then I can kind of confirm that when I've finished kind of targeting. Now you want to spend a good amount of time here really figuring out who is it that you want to target with this particular ad. And then you can confirm that. And you can kind of create a second one as well. So I recommend creating your second ad identical to your first ad. So ad set A and ad set B will be identical apart from one change. So maybe in ad set A, you're targeting men, and in ad set B, you're targeting women, and that's your only change. You shouldn't do multiple variants, because then it's more difficult to figure out what variant it was that kind of made your campaign perform better. So if campaign A performs better than campaign B, you want to know exactly why, so that when you're creating and optimizing your campaigns later on down the line, you know exactly what kind of campaigns you want to create, what kind of campaigns work for you. So you want to kind of have it exactly the same. So I'm going to create this exactly the same. I'm going to create a new audience. I'm going to do 18 to 40. Language is going to be English, UK. But instead of targeting people who like basketball, I'm maybe going to target people who interested in college basketball. So that's my only change. So instead of targeting people who like basketball, I've specified college basketball, and I'm going to confirm. So I've got here my two different ads. Now you want to look at placement, and at the moment it will automatically place on everything, and that's what's recommended. I highly recommend that you edit your placements. Don't leave it on automatic. This is for Instagram stories. So we don't want it showing on Facebook. We don't want it showing on the audience network. We don't want it showing on Messenger. And again, you might want to actually test whether Instagram or Facebook is going to work for you, and that might be one of the variants instead of audience. But for the purposes of this video, we want to actually promote on stories. So we don't want to be on Instagram feed, not with this particular video, because the format for the video that I showed you that we're using is for Instagram stories. So we don't want to show up on the explore page either. We only want to show up in Instagram stories, and that's clicked here. So that's great. You can choose to show up on all devices or mobile phone only. All mobile devices is fine. And then you can kind of choose your delivery optimization settings. I think you can choose, link clicks, landing page views, impressions, daily unique reach. So again, this is something that you might want to just go and just test. So I'm going to go for link clicks. And it kind of shows you more. So it shows when are you charged. So at the moment we're charged for impressions, and this kind of shows you more options. And impressions are basically when someone sees the ad, you'll be charged. So you'll be charged for people seeing the ad rather than when people click on the ad. And you can actually set your split test budget as well. So this will be your daily budget. So as I've mentioned, if you put £5 here, then it will split that £5. £2.50 will go towards one ad set, £2.50 will go towards your other ad set. And in that way, you kind of have your split test going, and then you can continue. And here is where you can kind of choose some other options as well. So you can choose if you want a carousel format, which is 2 or more scrollable images or videos in your ad, or do you just want a single image and a single video? I think that starting out, you should just keep it simple and just go for the single image or video. So you can click that one. And then here is where you add your media. So if you go to add media, add video, then you can go to upload. And this is the video that I've created that I showed you at the beginning of this video. And you can literally just upload it to your Facebook ads manager, and that will upload the file. And you can add a primary text as well. So tell people what your ad is about. So say this is about basketball. And obviously you want this text to kind of be compelling. You want to use some sales copy here, which kind of just is text that entices people to want to kind of know more about what you've got on offer. I do have videos on sales copy, and I'll leave them in the description down below. So hopefully you can kind of see how all of my videos kind of tie together to help you create like an overall marketing strategy. So here you see my video is in here. So this is how it will look in Instagram stories. And if you do have Instagram, if you use Instagram, you will notice that you've probably seen ads that look something like this. So that's really cool. So destination is a URL. And here is where you will kind of pick the landing page that you want people to land on your website. So after they see this particular video, where do you want them to land? Do you want them to land to a specific web page? You will put that web page in here. And you can also have a display link as well. So this is just the URL that is displayed rather than, if this URL is quite long, you might not want that to be displayed. And then you can choose your call to action, whatever is most applicable to your particular ad. And then I think those are the basic things. Now, you also have tracking options here, which is really important. So I'm going to go through this. So you definitely want to make sure that you click this on. So you want to have your Facebook pixel installed. So this at the moment is saying your Facebook pixel is not active, and this will give you instructions on how to activate your Facebook pixel. And I'm kind of going to show you how to do that now. So what you want to do is go to Ads Manager. Underneath where it says measure and reporting, go to pixels, and then you should see a button that says set up pixels. So when you click on that, you want to actually click on one of these. So the first one allows you to add code using a partner. So if you're using one of these sites, if you're using WordPress or WooCommerce or Shopify or Wix, then you can kind of use one of your partners. If your partner is not there, then you can kind of manually enter this code. So you want to copy this code and add it to the head section of your website. So if you don't know how to do that, then you're going to want to Google that, how to kind of add the Facebook pixel to your particular website, whatever it is, whether it's Wix or WordPress or Joomla, then you're going to want to Google that because it will be slightly different depending on what platform you're using. So you want to make sure that that Facebook pixel is actually installed on your web page. And Facebook also have this really useful Chrome extension as well. And I'm going to quickly show you. So Google have this in their Chrome web store. Google Chrome, you can download this Facebook pixel helper. And this will show you if your Facebook pixel has actually been installed properly. So once you've added that code, that pixel code to the head section of your website, then you can kind of get this Chrome extension. And when you go to the page that you want to track conversions for, it should be somewhere up here. So you should see this kind of tool here. And when you click on that, it will show you whether or not your kind of Facebook pixel has been installed properly. And if it has, then it will show up green here, and you can kind of see exactly where it is that Facebook is tracking for you. Now, another thing that I kind of want to show you is how to create an audience. So we've spoken about audiences and how important it is. So when you go up here to Ads Manager, you can go to Audiences, and it should take you to a page like this. And you should see instructions on creating an audience. So you can kind of create a custom audience here. And this will kind of give you these options. Now, one thing that I recommend is to create a website source. So when you click on that, it gives you kind of very detailed instructions. So you can actually, well, I recommend firstly that you kind of click on all. So this will include people who meet all of the following criteria. So you can say all visitors to, so people who visited a specific web page. So your audience will contain people who visited this page. And like I've mentioned, if you kind of have, if you're selling a product using Instagram ads and you have a landing page, your landing page is the page that people come to after they click your ad. That's the landing page. Then after that, you might have an add to cart page. And then after that, your checkout page. So people who actually reach your checkout page are your conversions. Those are the people who have bought. But the people who are on your add to cart page, those people haven't bought yet. They're still in the checkout process. But there might be people who have clicked on your ad and who have gone to the add to cart page, but for some reason they've exited it out. So what you can do is you can add the URL or the last bit of the URL for your add to cart page here. So let's say that was, let's say it was cart. So you can add cart. So if let's say the URL was daytips.com/cart, then you can just add the cart here. So it contains that word. And obviously you want to make sure that your checkout page doesn't contain the word cart as well, because that kind of just makes things complicated. And then you can also exclude people. So you want to exclude all visitors who have visited a specific page and make that checkout. So if the URL for your checkout page is daytips.com or whatever your website is /checkout, you want to exclude the people who have visited that page. And then, so this will create an audience. So once your advert goes out, this will create an audience of people, and it will track the people who've clicked on your add to cart page, but haven't bought yet. So what this means is you can run a retargeting campaign on Facebook. So if you remember when we were creating our audiences, if say this kind of campaign ran for a week or 2 weeks or whatnot, you can create a custom audience of people who have seen your ad, went to the checkout page, but didn't buy. So this will be the second time that you can reach out to them, because Facebook can use pixel retargeting to retarget people who have seen you. So this is one of the reasons why when you go onto a specific website, then you go onto Instagram and you start seeing that website's adverts all of a sudden, it's because you've been kind of a part of that person's retargeting campaign now, because you clicked on their site. They're now tracking you. And this is kind of how you can do that as well. This is one way to kind of like warm up your leads. So they might not buy the first time they see your ad, but they might buy the second time. And the really beautiful thing about it is, because you've kind of got those people on a segment now, you can actually, when you're creating your ad to target those people who've come to your checkout page, you can create something completely different for them. So you can have a different creative saying, hey, I saw you went to my checkout page, but you didn't actually make a purchase. Where there's 10% off now, you can make your purchase now, or kind of make that campaign different then the first one they saw slightly different to kind of entice them into buying the second time round. So I know that's a lot of information. I've tried to package it as well as I can in one video, but I will be kind of breaking this down into a series as well. So this is kind of like a full video. But if you're stuck on any particular points or you have any particular questions, then please do let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what sections of this video you want me to kind of focus on and create different videos on. I will be doing videos as well on other aspects of adverts as well. I recently done an interview with the big marketer, so I'll leave that in the description down below. We talk about Google ads. I've mentioned my interview with Adam Earhart where we speak about Instagram ads and how to really do them effectively for your business. So make sure you go and check those videos out as well. But I really do hope that this video brought you value, and I also have the formula which is behind me. I'll also leave a link to it in the description down below and somewhere on this screen. This is the formula to generating leads and sales online. It's just the basic formula: traffic plus conversions equals sales. And I'm trying to get as many people as possible to understand that formula with regards to kind of promoting their business online. If you can understand those principles, then you're well on your way to success with regards to marketing your products or your service. So make sure you go and grab a copy of the formula. It's absolutely free to download. So make sure you go and download that. But I really do hope that this video helped you out. And if it did, then please click the like button down below and make sure you share this video with a friend. If you have any additional questions or comments, then leave them for me in the comment section. But until next time, watch some of my other great videos. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more awesome business related content. Have a great day, download the formula, and I will see you soon.